Alright, so here's the deal. This is my friend Bill's house. Bill tried to remodel his whole entire living room. The crazy thing about it is that Bill's a Star Trek nerd. He knows nothing about remodeling anything. So he gave me a phone call and he's at his wit's end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, check out and see what he did to his place, and see if there's anything that I can do to help him out of this predicament. Hey Bill.
How's it going, sir?
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah.
So, but tell me what happened here.
Well, I had some water damage. I decided that I could redo my entire house, and I think I overestimated my ability to do that.
Alright. Okay, looks like, but the video games, they made it out okay?
The video games are okay.
Are you kidding me? Incoming missiles!
That window is okay. Pretty much everything else, not okay.
So how long has it been like this?
About 3 months now.
And so you've been without like a living room and or any of these things for 3 months?
Yeah, I've been pretty much living out of upstairs and slowly getting this back to normal, but also digging myself deeper and deeper as I go. And this is definitely a cabinet I built.
Look at the bottom of it isn't even straight at all.
But that's...
And then when did you stop doing the molding? Like you just were like, no more molding around there?
I actually put molding here and then decided I was going to put a picture there. That didn't work out.
Alright, so the biggest thing that I'm seeing here, which seems like a small thing, is that you have no threshold underneath your entryway here. Like this is a huge deal. You can feel like the hot Arizona heat coming blasting in underneath here, so all of your air conditioning is going flying out. And not only that, but any weather, like rain or anything is going to be coming underneath here, and then all the bugs and critters in your neighborhood can come underneath here also. So as you know, when you're asleep at night, there's no telling what in the world is sneaking into your house from underneath here.
Alright.
So we should fix, this should be #1 priority is this right here.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, I got your new threshold for you. This is the one we're going to be installing on your front door. Here are the tools that we're going to be using to install it. We're going to be using a jigsaw, caulking gun, construction adhesive, and silicone caulk. Alright, so the new threshold's going to go here. The only issue is that when Bill installed his tile, he installed the tile halfway underneath where the threshold will go. And that's created an issue with uneven tile right here. So what we're going to need to do is to build up this area right here in front of the tile so that we can, so that the threshold will actually fit on their level. And this is where we'll put the construction adhesive to adhere the new threshold down. Once we got the threshold down on top of that, we're going to come in and fill in all the gaps underneath it with silicone so that none of the little creepy crawlies can get in from underneath there. Once that's done, we'll add a strip of weather stripping to the door, and that's going to make everything weatherproof and critter-proof. So here's what we're going to do, Bill. We're going to glue down these little strips of plywood here to act as a platform for the threshold to sit on. There is a line I've drawn on the concrete here that's going to act as a guide for that. We're going to use liquid nails to do it. I'll glue one down, you can glue the other one down, and then we're going to glue another strip, and then put your threshold down on top of it.
Alright.
Okie dokie. Now be careful of this stuff because if you get it on your skin, it will not come off. And it'll wreck your whole day. Set this down here. Line it up, get it as far in there as I can so we can block the bugs, and then press that down into the concrete to make a good seal. And once that's done, there you go. Now you're going to do that one.
Sounds good. Just like this?
Yeah, it's a little much, but you're going to smooth it out. So
Okay.
there you go. So take that and then like take your finger and like smooth that out so you get a nice, like a thick gooey layer so it's not too much but not too little. And then probably want to smooth it out a little bit more up there, like in this big giant glob. Alright, cool. Now take that, set that down there, and
I've got a giant booger.
We'll just put it down on there. Slop it down on there. Good. Just like in gym class, you just take a booger, wipe it on the wall, and move on. I'll glob it on, and then you smooth it out with your finger. So we have.
Why do I smooth it out with my finger? Why do I touch the gooey stuff with my finger?
Well, because I have the gun.
I can't argue with that.
Let's see if we can get this on there. We might need to add a little bit more construction adhesive, but we'll see once we get to that point.
Push it down?
Yeah, grab a hold and push it down on there. Now we got that done. Oh crap, I got it on my finger.
Well, that's gonna ruin your day.
Alright, so there's that. Now what we're going to do is take the liquid nails out and then use the silicone caulk to finish off the front edge. You're gonna need a wet rag so that you can wipe off all the extra stuff because it is going to get everywhere.
Okay.
And we're going to put a bead along the front here, and then we're going to put a bead along the edge on both sides, and then that's going to be the end of your threshold issues. So we'll take, once you got a bead on there, you clean up the extra with the towel by running your finger alongside of it, and it makes a nice clean line in the thing, and then you. That's a lot. So now you're going to take your finger and try to get rid of all that extra. Yeah, like that. And then you jam it down there. Good, yeah. And then, you don't need to rub it into the grout, but okay. There you go. And then, so now take this in there and then try to get all the extra off that you can.
Will do.
Alright, Bill. So here's your new threshold. We got it all sealed up down there, so hopefully that's going to lower your electric bill and keep any critters out. Now the only thing left is that you're going to need to get someone you love to carry over your new threshold.
I'm on it.
Alright, Bill, are you ready to bring your loved one over your new threshold?
Yes.
Alright. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
We're home, Worf. We're home.
So wait, your loved one is Worf?
Kapla.
Alright. Okay, I guess to each their own. And that's how you would install a new threshold.
So, Princess Leia, would you like to go outside and possibly enjoy the afternoon sunlight?
Why, yes, I would like to go outside into the afternoon sunlight.
Let's make it so.
Oh no! We can't get outside!
How will we ever get outside?
We'll starve!
Oh,
Well, I guess I'll just go home and watch my stories.
I will just go back to the bridge and destroy the Borg, which I hate.
Enjoying your Romulan ale.
It tastes like Fanta.
I've heard that before.
So in the year like 2020, earthquakes happen by shaking cameras.
In 2020, that's like 12 years from now.
When did this take place?
The 23rd century.
That's okay. Alright, so today we're starting tool training, which means that we're going to go over, today in class we're going to go over the radial arm saw, the chop saw, the panel saw, and then the drill. So those are the 4 tools that we're going to go over today. How this is all going to work today is that when I'm going to show you how to use it, I'm going to talk about the saw, show you how to use the saw, and then you're going to demonstrate that you can properly use it, and then we're going to move on. So that in the future, if you need to cut something or something like that, I know that you know how to use it. And we also, if you cut your finger off, I'll be like, hey, they were properly trained, that's not my fault. Which is the ultimate goal, is to not get in trouble for you cutting your finger off. This is the radial arm saw. This saw and the chop saw are both hooked up to that dust collector down there at the end, and we call that senior sucky. Like, that's his name. And so in order to turn on either of the saws and senior sucky, you have to flip the switch next to the saw. And now when you do that, wood against the fence, hand in, senior sucky's on, you flip the switch to on, wait for it to get to full speed, 1 Mississippi out, 1 Mississippi in, and you're going to be fine. And then you've cut your piece of wood. You're all happy. Don't reach in to get your piece of wood. This thing, the blade's still going to be going. Even if it's turned off, it's still going to be going. And so what you can use is this to hit your piece of wood out, or wait for it to stop. Those 2 things are completely acceptable. Okay. Everything they can do that? Okay, who's next? Oh, that's great. The thing you don't want to hear is the scream from across the shop, and then you look over and see the rooster tail blood going up.